Tales of Old Night, Episode 4, The Hunting Party. It is the 28th millennium. Humanity has lost the stars, lost its future, and is doing its best to lose its mind. Warp storms isolate the human worlds. Hope is obsolete. What follows is not a fable, just a perfectly ordinary tragedy for these times. On Manelek, the air is dry enough to preserve records. Bodies rot slowly. Statistics last forever. The wars never stop here. They move, they migrate. A border conflict this year. A famine corridor the next. Always just enough chaos that no one counts too carefully. My house helped design that balance 5 centuries ago. We called it stability. The invitation arrived, stamped in wax and bloodless authority. The annual hunting party. A misnomer. The hunt was continuous. This was only the ceremony. My valet dressed me in ceremonial armor, polished plates, antique seals, protection designed to fail in ways that could be explained. "You will bring honor to your house," he said. He knew what would be hunted. So did I. Saying it aloud would have cheapened the ritual. We gathered at the lodge before dawn, stone hauled across kilometers to remind the land who owned it. Banners dyed in colors, reserved for those whose deaths never needed justification. This year's guests included 3 heirs and 1 candidate. The candidate wore white. That was tradition too. My stepbrother arrived late, as always. We shared a crest. We shared crimes. We did not share affection. "Brother," he said. "Brother," I replied. The word functioned like a signature. Our host raised a glass. To tradition, to balance, to the long accounting. They laughed. Not from humor, from recognition. The rules were read aloud. They always were. No heavy weapons, no orbital fire, no toxins traceable in the aquifers. "We hunt clean," the host said. "We hunt sustainably." Someone asked, "And the quotas?" The host nodded. "Already approved by the Planetary Council." The candidate swallowed. At first light we rode. Below us sat one of the old settlements, officially abandoned, unofficially replenished every generation by refugees from the border wars we financed. "They breed well," the host said. "Hard lives make durable stock." "And if they resist?" the candidate asked. My stepbrother answered, "They always do. Eventually, that's how we know the numbers are right." The bell rang once, then again. The 3rd ring came from inside the settlement. That was mercy. It gave them time to understand. Doors slammed. Figures ran. Some hid. Some gathered children. Some prayed to gods that had already filed the necessary paperwork to ignore them. "This is the important part," my stepbrother said, adjusting his rifle. "When they still think it's random." I turned a corner and found a man kneeling, hands raised, eyes calculating. "My lord," he said, "I know what this is, please." Behind him, children stood very still. They had learned silence early. I felt irritation, not at his fear, at his accuracy. My stepbrother crouched beside him and spoke gently. "Run," he said. The man hesitated. "Run," my stepbrother repeated, "or you'll die here and it won't count." The man ran. The children followed. The candidate looked ill. "Better," my stepbrother said. "Fear spreads faster when it thinks it has a chance." We hunted for hours. Some nobles treated it like sport, some like maintenance, others like prayer. The candidate was given instructions, targets chosen to ensure escalation, witnesses placed carefully. When he hesitated, the host reminded him of his family's pending elevation. When he complied, the ledger was marked. Occasionally, symbols were traced in the dust. Old ones, simple ones. the kind that repeat well over centuries. Late afternoon, the wind shifted, dust thinned. I noticed movement on rooftops, not fleeing, observing. "They've learned," I said. "Yes," my stepbrother replied, pleased. "Cycle's complete." They came with tools, not weapons. Tools last longer. This wasn't rebellion, this was adaptation. A hook took my arm, pain registered, then absence. I fell, screamed, undignified, useful. They closed in, not to kill me quickly. That would have wasted meaning. Then hoofbeats. My stepbrother stopped a few meters away, looked down at me, not cruelly, administratively. "Brother," I said, "help me." He smiled and raised his rifle. "Run," he said, "or you'll die here and it will be boring.